Dissension in the Trump administration, apparently, over how to handle North Korea. While some of the most senior officials, including President Trump himself, have insisted that military action is still an option for the U.S., White House Chief Strategist Steve Bannon says that is not realistically the case. In fact, some reports say America might even consider a reduction in its military presence in the region. Connie Kim has more.
The U.S. stressed that using military force against North Korea is still an option on the table, despite comments made by President Trump's chief strategist Steve Bannon, who admitted there is no military solution to North Korea's nuclear threats. Speaking to reporters during his trip to China, General Joe Dunford, the chair of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff, warned Washington has credible, viable military options for dealing with Pyongyang. This was also echoed by top senior U.S. officials following the U.S.-Japan security meetings, while Secretary of State Tillerson declined to comment directly to Bannon's comments.
We are prepared. We're prepared militarily. We're prepared with our allies to respond if that is necessary. That is not our preferred pathway, and that's been made clear as well.
Together, we will deter and, if necessary, defeat any threat. Any initiation of hostilities will be met with an effective and overwhelming response.
Steve Bannon told progressive website American Prospect earlier this week that until someone solves how 10 million people in Seoul don't die in the first 30 minutes from conventional weapons, there is no military solution to North Korea's nuclear threats. Bannon's remarks sent shockwaves as they go against Trump's threat of countering North Korea's provocations with fire and fury. And although a remote measure, the possibility of removing U.S. troops from the Korean peninsula, North Korea's longtime demand, was one option Bannon could consider in a deal with China. While this wouldn't be the first time the option of withdrawing U.S. forces from South Korea comes as an option, South Korean government officials kept note of the fact that the comments came from one of Trump's closest aides, with diplomatic sources keeping an eye on a possible undisclosed North Korea-U.S. meeting on scaling down the annual Seoul-Washington joint military exercises in exchange for the regime's changed behavior. Connie Kim, Arirang News.